Odds are you're probably here because you saw my dark brown to silver hair video, and if that's the case, then awesome, because I'm going to answer some questions that you guys had in the comment section of that video. And if you're just here to learn how to maintain silver hair, then that's great too, because these tips have really helped me, and I wish I would have known these tips when I first started doing this stuff. Alright, so basically, I would not wash my hair a crap ton if I knew I was trying to maintain a color. So, using dry shampoo such as Not Your Mother's Clean Freak refreshing dry shampoo, this really helps because, as you can see, my hair is not greasy, and this is what I used today. It did look greasy before I put this in there, by the way. Alright, moving on to when you actually do take the shower. So when you take the shower, you're going to want to use these shampoo and conditioner bottles because, man, this stuff is so pigmented. Let me show you this real quick. I don't really want to squeeze it onto my hand because then I'm going to have to go wipe it off and my camera's kind of dying and that's just going to take too much time. But as you can see, it's very bluish purplish. So, yeah, this stuff actually like tones your hair. I don't know if you can tell, but the most porous part of my hair in here, that has collected so much of this stuff in it that it's like turning violet, and I really like that. If you don't like that, then don't leave it in as long, but I leave it in there for a really long time. And another conditioner I like to use, sometimes I like to mix this one actually with the generic conditioner because this stuff makes my hair super soft, and this one doesn't really make your hair that soft, so you could totally use this. And that's not the only thing I use this conditioner for. I also use it for when I want to tone my hair. When my hair starts to become a little bit yellowy, like as you can see like right in here, I like to use the Titanium Ion Color Brilliance. I use like the whole bottle of this, put it in a bowl, and then I put a bunch of this in there, and then I mix it up. And the reason I do that is because this stuff is really thick. It's like toothpaste. So trying to mix it throughout your hair evenly is kind of hard, and if you have something a little more liquidy like conditioner, it really helps spread it around, and it also keeps your hair really soft and smooth while you're doing it. So I use it for that too, and I like to use the white because if you're using a different color conditioner, you won't really get to see what color you're gonna get afterwards. But when I'm not using the Titanium, when my hair is like violet enough or, you know, cool enough looking, I like to go in with a more gray tone dye. Usually it takes about like a month for me to have to redo this over and over again. I know a lot of people probably don't want to keep dyeing their hair, so the first few products that I show you are the best way to do it if you don't want to keep dyeing your hair. But another way is, I don't really use 10 volume developer, but I use 20 when I use this, so just know that this is the brand, not the number developer. I use 20, so I take this, and the dye that I use is the same brand as this, Ion Color Brilliance, but it's the chrome color, not titanium. The chrome color is super gray, and there's no other colors in it like purple or violet at all. So if you're like blonde enough, or if your hair is light enough and you don't need the canceling tones such as blue or purple, just use chrome. Alright, so that's what I use to maintain it. Some of you had questions like, how long did your hair stay gray from what you used in the video? It only stayed gray for like a week or two because it was toner and not dye. But that's simply because my hair probably wasn't blonde enough and it wasn't ashy enough before I did it, and I'm like really impatient, so that video is kind of like for people that are like impatient and they want it now. Some people were commenting things saying you shouldn't have just applied it all onto your head like that because your hair wasn't an even tone to start with, but that's fine because I kind of wanted the fade from like dark to medium to light, because when my roots grow in, which they are, I don't want it to be like bam, bam, brown, gray. I want it to be like brown, gray. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and it's a learning process. Maybe one day I'll have an even better video for you guys to follow for gray hair. But yeah, and it's important for you guys to know that the color fix that I used in the video, you're only supposed to use color fix on dyed hair. So if you have like a natural brown color, like that's your natural hair grew in naturally, don't use color fix. You're just gonna waste your time. What I would do instead is bleach it, and then if it's still not blonde enough, wait like a week for your hair to like heal again, and bleach it again with a lower developer so you don't kill your hair like crazy. But that's what I would do if your hair was naturally brown. In the video I kind of tried to say color fix is perfect for if you have like blonde waiting to come out. My hair is not naturally blonde, but I did bleach my hair previous to dyeing it dark brown, so there was blonde underneath waiting to come out. So just wanted to address that because I don't think everybody knew that or realized that, and hopefully you've made your way to this video so I can make that clear. There was just a lot that I was doing in that video that I didn't really have time to stick every little detail in there because nobody wants to watch a 30-40 minute long video on how to get gray hair, so hopefully this helps. Some people also told me that their hair turned out blonde with a little bit of gray streaks, or it just turned out yellow, or it turned out like, you know, green or something. That's simply because your hair wasn't blonde enough or ashy enough to use that stuff. You want to make sure your hair is like almost white before you do it. And I know my hair wasn't white when I did it, but it was blonde enough to use the toner and the additives and put it in there. I know there was like a little spot in my bangs, I guess, where it's like a little slight bit of like blonde, but I don't mind it. I'm gonna process, and I know when I get to the end I will be super happy. But the more gray pigment that you put in your hair, it will eventually be the exact color that you want, because I'm getting closer and closer to what I want. So, and then a lot of people are probably gonna come back at me with that by saying, if you did it right the first time, then you probably wouldn't have to do it. Well, I didn't want to keep bleaching my hair, so I'm just really impatient, guys. I'm sorry. And I know there's a lot of girls out there like me that think the same way. Another thing that was addressed in the comment section of my video was that the two little products that I used, the packet, the color booster or color protector, it was one of those things. It was the little tiny bottle and then the little package. Those aren't necessarily like Olaplex, but it was the closest thing that I could find to Olaplex that was a one-use kind of deal. Trust me, I would rather use Olaplex, but I wasn't trying to drop like $90 to $100 total for all of the stuff that I needed. So, and with that being said, another question that was in my video is how much was everything together? It costs about $65 for everything. Just keep in mind, the longer your hair, the more product you're gonna have to get, so it's gonna be more expensive. My hair when I dyed it for the video was like pretty much this length, which is like right at my collarbone or right underneath it. Just to give you guys a little heads up, it's kind of like medium short kind of. Another important question somebody had, how long did you leave the toner in your hair? I left it in for about 20 or 30 minutes, and that was the toner and the additives together in the same bowl. Just keep that in mind. And how long did I bleach my hair? I believe it was 25 to 30 minutes. 30 minutes might be pushing it. I would just keep it at like 20 or 25 because you don't want to fry your hair. And only use conditioner when washing your hair out. Don't use shampoo because it'll just strip everything right off of your hair, and your work was like totally wasted if you do that. How long did it take me to do it? Probably about 3 or 4 hours max, I guess. And there was one more thing that I had a comment from a lady. She said that you should never ever brush your hair while you have product in it because you can mutilate your scalp and you can get blisters on your scalp from getting the chemicals in there. Well, in my video I did brush the color fix into it very softly, so just keep that in mind. If you're going to use a brush or a comb to make it even and spread it through, then just do it super gentle, okay? Don't go yanking your hair or like combing down on your scalp really hard. I would hate to see a comment that one of you guys had blisters all over your hair, so please just be careful when you do that. And one more thing, I'm not a professional, okay? If there was a couple mistakes in that video, just know that I'm learning and you get to see me learn, and I really hope that it teaches you guys some things. Alright, so comment below if you have any more questions. I will try to answer them as best as I can. And if you're curious as to how I got my hair silver, go check out that video in the description below. The description below. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I know I sound like I'm just trying to promote myself so much right now. Whoa, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it answered any questions that you had. And subscribe to my channel if you want to keep on seeing more. And let me know if you guys want to see any other types of videos. Hit me up. Alright. Thank you guys, and goodbye.